everybody. Welcome to an all-new Beyond the Barricade. We are live right now. At this very moment, we are live. And soon I will be introducing my very special guest, the one and only Joey Conway. Now, why is Joey on the show today? Well, it's PapaDenk Goes Psycho Month for Psycho Circus. So we will be promoting Psycho Circus as well as his stories coming up. But first, I want to reiterate to everybody that on Monday I will be having super promoter Herb Simmons on. We will be discussing the Bruiser Brody Memorial coming up in May 13th to be exact. So you want to stick around for that. We might have a surprise guest or two, but a lot of legends on that card, as you can see by the poster. So make sure you come back for that. All right. Now, without further ado, the one and only Joey Conway. What's up, Joey?
What's happening, bro? How are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Never better. Never better.
Good. The dudes tell me that I better be careful.
They suck. Doesn't matter.
They suck. That's right. Serena says the NYWC Fusion Champion. Yes.
That's
you
me.
You are the Fusion Champion.
Yes, I am.
Let's
also
start.
the EAW Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See that, Serena?
Get it right.
Yeah.
Two championships.
Get it right,
some more.
Gonna add some more. I feel like you're gonna have a big year this year.
I hope so, man.
I became an instant fan at the last couple of shows I was at.
I appreciate that.
So,
what turned you?
just your presence out there. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
You have like this presence out there, and I'm not the only one. I went with my son, who's an aspiring wrestler as well, and he felt the same way. Awesome. You can have Joey on the show. That's great.
I'll tell your son I said what's up.
I will. All right, let us start off with this. I'm gonna flash a picture on the screen, and you tell me the first thing that pops in your head.
Oh,
ready?
Wow. Yeah. Waste the space.
That might be a little, retirement worries.
I'll never be famous. That's damn right, man. Come on. He's trying. He's got the worst comedy in the game. He's a never was.
And he might be retired soon.
Yeah, he will be. Don't worry. It's what is it? 2.5 weeks away. I get to retire my good friend Dan Barry. Stupid.
I thought we'd start off with a little
humor
on the show.
With the little instigations.
New champ real soon. There you go, dude.
I don't know. Not fusion champ. I don't know what you're talking about. It's fun. The heavyweight champ can change. The tag champions can change. It's fine.
I think the dudes are on Dan's side.
That's fine. It's okay to be wrong every once in a while, you know?
Absolutely. Dudes, I don't think so. Dan doesn't stand a chance.
Hell yeah. Look at this.
I agree with Serena on this. I don't think Dan stands a chance.
I got one.
All right. Let's start off with, how did you fall in love with this wonderful world that we call wrestling?
That's a good one, man. And I try to think back on like the exact time I remember, and I can't. But all I remember is that as you can probably hear my dog squeaking in the background.
It's okay.
My brother was a fan. My dad was a fan. So when I was born, my brother's 4 years older than me, so they were already watching wrestling. They already got into it, so they would be like watching it on Saturday mornings, and any chance they got. Granted, they didn't get the pay-per-views, but they were watching it. So the first thing I remember is Saturday morning cartoons and wrestling. Really.
Okay. Who were some of your favorites growing up?
Growing up, I love Shawn Michaels, man. I was a big Razor Ramon guy. Going era-wise, the Hardy Boys. Mostly Jeff. Jeff was my guy.
Okay.
Obviously Macho Man was the biggest.
One of the greatest of all time.
For real.
Absolutely. And I'm a big Shawn Michaels fan too. I love that Iron Man match you had with Bret.
Yeah, dude, it's funny because my brother was a huge Bret Hart fan. And he would always like, we'd argue. And again, he's 4 years older than me, so he'd beat me up. But
wow, he must be a pretty big guy too then.
Big boy.
You're a big guy, you know.
He's not a small gentleman.
Look at that. You're such a big guy. The dudes are scared. All jokes aside, you and Dan are going to kill it at Circus.
Yeah, I know. But it's not about killing it. It's about winning.
That's
Anybody
right.
who says that I'm going to have the greatest match on the card is an idiot. It's about winning.
It's about winning that match.
Wins and losses. You can have the greatest match in the world, but if you're the loser, you're still a loser.
That's a good perspective on things. I like that. I like that. All right, let's continue. All right, so now you love wrestling, as we all do.
My whole life, man.
What made you decide? Well, I kind of know what made you decide to start training, but what pushed you to start your training, and who were your trainers and some of the mentors along the way?
So back in the day, like I guess like I'm gonna date myself real fast, and this is not a good thing. Back in the day, we didn't have Google and all this other stuff. We had like Ask Jeeves, right?
Right.
So every summer would come up, I would literally first day of summer vacation just start asking Jeeves wrestling schools how to become a pro wrestler, how to do this, how to do that, because I didn't
Right.
know. It was like the advent of the internet, trying to really figure out, where you could find independent wrestling. I didn't know anything about independent wrestling. I was
Right.
looking at, hey, how do I be in the WWE or F or whatever it was at the time,
Right.
do that. That's all I cared about. And I just happened to be at like an autograph signing for Shawn Michaels of all people, and this guy dropped off. He was walking around with flyers for indie shows
Mm.
for NYWC actually. My brother was there with me. And it was the first time we ever saw that there's not, it's not WCW, which is gone at that point, and there's not WWE. It's something
Right.
else. There's like another tier to this. So we were real interested in it, and that night there was like a Raw or something at the Coliseum. We went to that Raw. Come out of that Raw, we see the same club card on the windshield of our car, of his car. And so I grabbed it and I'm looking at it and I turn it over, and it was the same club card from earlier. It had the training school information on it. And I was like, oh shit, like I gotta do this. Like I gotta
Right.
really do this. I was in college at the time. So I'm like, oh man, this is, obviously years later after the wrestling school Google stuff.
Right.
Uh, so I'm in college at the time and trying to figure out how to do it. Took years to really push myself over the edge to do it. But when I started, I was with NYWC, and the trainers were Tony Nese and Alex Reynolds, and they were good. They were tough in the best way possible.
Right.
They got you in ring shape like almost immediately. I came in as a 150 pounds and with zero cardio, and they were like, "Yeah, you want to do this, huh?" It was just
Right.
this little stick figure of a child, and I think I was like 23 at the
Uh-huh.
time, and I'm just a stick figure of a kid. They're just like, "Come on, man, this is insane. Like you're 150 pounds."
Right.
So I stuck with it. Between then and now, I had I had Alex Reynolds, I had Tony Nese, I had Mike Mondo was a big trainer. I had Blake Morris trained me for a little while. Um, but I've gone to seminars all over the country, just trying to get more knowledge. So there's a lot of people there that were also really instrumental, and just little tidbits and whatnot, whatever I can grab out of them for 4 hours, which is usually what the seminar is. Um, but as far as some of like my like mentors, Mikey Whipwreck is huge. And then if if you're from the Northeast, you should know who the
Right.
hell Mikey Whipwreck is.
Yes.
Like how ingrained and how deep he is into Northeast wrestling, let alone just Long Island wrestling.
Right.
That dude is obviously an idol to me almost. Then I recently I've come across some other great people as well. I don't want to keep name dropping, but there's some other great people that have taken me under their wing, which is really cool. Years ago, Matt Stryker saw something in me and wanted to have a group of matches with me. So I have all these little mentors that have gone along the way, but mostly Mikey Whipwreck.
Awesome. All right. So now you've gone through your training. Tell me about your first match. How was that like? What kind of emotions did you have going through the match, and your
I was
thought
just nervous.
process? And who was your opponent?
I was so nervous. My first match was on like a student show at NYWC.
Oh,
Francis Kipling Stevens, uh, Evil
okay.
Kip was my first ever match. Well, not Evil Kip.
He was an evil back then.
He was the nerd back then.
He was
Uh,
the nerd. I got picked on.
he was my first. He was my first match. Um, I did everything wrong that you could do. Uh,
Oh no.
there's not a chance I was ready, but they
uh,
they believed that I needed to get out there and get something behind me, see where I was.
uh,
Uh, it was an experience, man. It's something honestly I'll never forget. I keep that moment like in my brain because I can't even describe what the feeling was.
right.
It was all nerves, and then you go out and you're in the moment. You're doing, and then it's done. And you go back through the curtain, and literally all you have is to replay it in your brain over and over and over, and you're seeing it from your own eyes, but you're also kind of like watching yourself from the outside in, and you're I don't know, it's different. And I still have those, and like that moment, I
Mm,
still feel that going out and wrestling. I still get nervous. I still get anxious. I still get excited. And then, I do my match, whether it's, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, 30 minutes, I come back to the curtain, same feeling. You replay it and you just, I don't know, man, it's like, I've never, I don't know what other people, adrenaline junkies and they feel, but I think that's pretty close.
okay. I know what you're talking about because like when I do interviews, I get the same way. I replace stuff in my mind, or I'll go back and I'll watch it and try to see what I can do better or how I
Yeah.
can be better at it. And so I totally understand what you're talking about. Totally understand. You made him evil. You turned Kip evil.
Cause of it all, man. Come on.
I
The
don't know.
reason I call myself that.
I think he's a little evil deep inside.
It's not a nickname, man. It's a warning. It's it's the truth. These are facts.
Hashtag facts. All right, let's go into your. Actually, no. Let's go into an opponent you want to face in the Indies.
In the Indies.
Yes,
Oof.
there's some
I
good ones out there.
I have a bunch, man, in my brain that I really want. I have kind of a list that I've kind of accrued over the years, and a lot of them are weird names. A lot of them are pretty obvious. Yeah, but one that I think that a lot of people wouldn't get is Eric Martin. Him and I were supposed to have a match, I think, in 2020, and then it got canceled. And that was going to be like something. I thought that was going to be like my coming out party, my true test, and
Right.
I never got to have that match. So I really want that. I as much as I am not excited about him right now. Dan Barry.
Dan Barry.
I can't wait for Psycho Circus, man. Him and I we've had matches in the past.
Mm-hmm.
We've never had that match, the match.
Right.
And I think that there's chemistry there, and I think there's something there. I know I got to retire him and stuff, but that's irrelevant to me. Honestly, I just want to have that good match. And like I said, I want to have the greatest match, but I want to come out on top. I want to win.
Want to come out the winner, absolutely.
Always, man. Like I said, if anybody says they don't want to be the winner, they're lying. They're silly.
You have to have that drive, to be successful in this business. You want to win. You want to be the best, and you want to face the best.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
And if you don't, I don't understand. I get it. I get the hobby aspect of it, and I see a lot of people do that. And I did that for a little while. I thought I was treating it like a career, and I was treating it more like a hobby. And I see that, and I get it because I lived it. And
right.
I see people do that, and then just they get frustrated, and that's something I don't really understand.
Right.
I know this isn't a positive part to it, but like I don't just want this. I need this. Like in my heart, I need this. Right. This is a different thing. But I don't know where I was going with that. But in the beginning, I had as a hobby in my brain. the whole if you're not first, your last thing is real.
Gotcha. Scarecrow's in the chat tonight.
Oh, Scarecrow. I saw him like 2 weeks ago. He didn't even say hi to me. What a guy.
Oh, you see that Scarecrow? You didn't say hi.
What a guy. I was in the same locker room. I kind of yelled at him and just no-sold and just kept walking.
Here's another good suggestions for you. Desmond Cole and Alec Price.
I've heard this a bunch, and Alec Price is honestly on my list. Alec Price is top 3 for me right now. I would go up to Wrestling Open and beyond and watch him wrestle. I'd be on the same cards as him,
right?
And I would have to out wrestle him. 14, 5, 12, 34 matches later, I'd have to out wrestle what he's going to do, right. And that's something I love. I like I said, I want to be the best, but
absolutely,
when you got a guy like him who he just gets it. He's so good. I want to make that magic. I want that match. That's one I really want. And Desmond Cole, man, I didn't watch a lot of his stuff until I really met him. Mm-hmm. We were at a seminar and I got to meet him. And I started watching his stuff. He's so good.
He really is. He really is.
I think he's very underrated, man.
Very, very. He's being a lot of traction recently.
As he should, should, man. He can move like no one else.
Yep.
He has motion.
And,
I think
and he invokes emotion in crowds.
Yeah. I was gonna say I think his character is on point. I think he's just good, man. He's so good. I hope he keeps growing from here. And as he keeps growing, he's gonna get better and better. And that's scary to know. Like that, a dude like him.
Absolutely. Dez is the GOAT. Yes, you spelled Dez wrong. But okay.
And you spelled you did spell Dez because it should be saying Joey's the GOAT. But that's fine.
Joey's the GOAT.
That's fine. I get it. You just can't spell. It's fine. It's completely.
You seem to be frozen. I don't know what's going on over
I'm frozen?
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right. I was talking about this earlier with one of the dudes. How important is it to cut promos before your matches? Because I saw you cut a promo recently on an upcoming match, not the Psycho Circus one. And I feel that there's a lot of wrestlers who are not doing that for their matches. Like, I don't see it as much. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why, man.
I feel
it's a huge part of what we do.
That's a huge part. And obviously you guys want to sell out, whether it's Psycho Circus or whatever.
Sure.
Get that crowd into whatever company show you're doing. And I don't see guys doing that. Like, how important is promos to your match? You know what I'm saying?
The only time that I see people doing that is in their car right now. I hate the car promo. I don't understand why. You can't just have somebody record you, put it up on a tripod for 30 seconds.
Right. Just go outside, film something outside.
And a cool location. When I'm driving around anywhere during the day, during the night, when I look at something, I go, "Oh man, that'd be cool to have as a background of a promo." Like, right. Are you not doing that? I don't understand. I don't know. I don't think. I think people are because I was for a little while. I think people are afraid to talk because they're wrestling. Wrestling is a style, and right now there's a certain style that is prevalent, right?
Right.
And with promos, there isn't a style. There's a lot of leeway to that. You look on TV, you see a lot of the same style. Right. But when you watch those promos, they're different. People are talking differently. They're interacting differently, and I think that's where people get nervous. And I did for a while because I didn't understand my character, right. Honestly.
Okay.
I didn't understand who I was and who I wanted to be. So right. I didn't cut promos back then, and but I would always cut them in the mirror. I'm in the shower. I'm cutting a 3-minute promo in the shower. Why not?
Right.
No one will hear this. I got a million different characters, in my brain. So I'm doing all those. I don't know. I wish more people would, because I want. And I know I'm rambling a little bit, but I know. A big part of our business is talking people into the crowd, into buying a ticket, and nobody's talking people into the building. They're
That
wrestling their asses off, man. They're
hundred
killing it.
percent, 100%. I know exactly what you're talking about. I see it all the time.
Just like
And
you
it's
don't
just
got
like,
the
dude,
dusty roads of the
sell your
indies.
match. I
Who?
get it if you don't know who your opponent's going to be. I
Sure.
get it. You
No,
can't cut a promo. I mean, you
no,
probably
I want to know
could.
who you are.
You know what I'm
Tell me who
saying?
you are.
Yeah, exactly. Say, hey, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to
Yeah.
challenge something. Something.
There's a reason, it's more than just locking up and doing whatever you're doing. And there's a reason why the guys on TV make so much money and are so successful.
Right.
They can do it all. I don't
Right.
care, if you're a fan of one guy or not, they can do it all on TV. There's a lot of guys on the indies that I think can do it all. They just have to, I think, be pushed.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, you said.
Absolutely. No.
I caught you.
Absolutely, you did catch me. Hey, no one's perfect. See?
Right, exactly. It's okay to make mistakes, just like the dudes.
That's right. Just like a promo. If you make a mistake, hey, own it. You made a mistake. Keep going. It happens to the professionals all the time.
Every promo I have, there's not a single perfect one. And I try to, like, if the mistake isn't crazy big, I leave a little bit in, and I try to do it in one take,
You're right. I mean, to keep independent wrestling alive, you got to get people in the building. And what better way than go on social media and cut a quick promo?
100%.
Hey,
listen, like,
I'm taking on so-and-so.
Some of our business is getting new fans, right?
Right.
And some of these fans, these people, are not fans of wrestling, but they are fans of like Iron Man and all these movies and stuff. Right. So if I show you who I am and you're like, oh, this guy sucks, or like I like this guy, I don't know why. Maybe I'm not going to go to this event, but my promo pops up again in a month or a week. You're like, man, maybe I'll go. I want to go see this guy. He's close to us. He's not too far.
Absolutely.
Like why? Like that's how you get fans. And I'm trying my ass off to get people behind me. And I'm trying to get more steam. That's my 2023. I want to build steam.
Serena says they should want to bring more fans into that arena for the match. Absolutely.
Because doesn't only help me, it helps everybody else too. It helps the boys in the back. It helps the promoter.
That's right. That's my son. Talking trash is the best.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
That's my bread and butter, man.
I tell them the same thing. Like, cut promos, do stuff here for later on.
Yeah, just in the mirror. Just yell at yourself in the mirror for an hour until you find your maybe you find your voice. Maybe that's the one thing you find, and then I can build on top of that. Or maybe you find a cool catchphrase.
Absolutely.
Okay, maybe I can build on that, and that's your comfort zone. Like that's what I did, at least. I don't know. I took
But to be successful, and I learned this because I work in retail, you have to step out of your comfort zone.
100%. And that was I had a very successful year last year in wrestling, and because I stepped out of my comfort zone, I really truly believe I was stuck for so long in a comfortable spot, and I said, this is the year I want to like break out a little bit, and I did, and I had the most successful year I've had yet. So,
awesome. I think 2023 is going to be even better.
Oh, because I'm taking all the risks now.
That's right. He's taking over. You just got to own it. I'm taking it over.
I hope I take over. I'm trying to take as many risks as I can. I'm trying to put my feelers out into as many companies as I can. It's going to be a weird one.
Absolutely. And it's going to start with retiring this man right here.
Oh, 100%. He already retired himself, man. He gave up a long time ago when he had a shirt that said "remarkably average."
Oh, ouch!
Remarkably average. You got to be kidding me! In a business that's built on people that are above average, come on.
Absolutely.
He makes my skin crawl. And honestly, I'm friends with Dan.
Yeah, Dan's a good guy.
We were friends. We've kind of not become friends in a long time. We still follow each other on social media.
Listen,
I think maybe like one day when he's
Sean took out Ric Flair. So
what's that?
Sean took out Ric Flair.
Hey, if you see me say I'm sorry, I love you, it'll be a cold day in hell. I'll never say that to anybody.
Dan, you won't get the "I love you," buddy.
Never. You might get the "I'm sorry," It's your
The
fault.
I'm sorry part.
It's your fault, not mine.
That's right. All right, let's step out of best gimmick match you've been in.
Best gimmick. Oh, God, casket match, man. I had a casket match with Man Bun Jesus. We tore that thing down.
Tore it down, huh?
It's one of my favorite matches of all time for my career, and I went into it not expecting a lot, and that dude. I hear it a lot in the wrestling business. I hear that that there's there's two guys that they just have this chemistry. They have this magic, and they produce a magical match or moment. And I think that's something that we did, and we continued to do, because we've wrestled, I want to say 15 times in the last, probably 10 times in the last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
All at NYWC?
No, all over the place. We
All
wrestled.
over.
Him and I wrestled. I hope it airs. We wrestled a match at CYN. Him and I wrestled like all over the place, man. We wrestled so many different companies. Same match, and I would love to keep doing it. I want to keep building on it and see where we can go with it. I want to do 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes. You know, we've done 10, 15, whatever. But like 20, 30, if we could figure out how to build on that, that'd be amazing.
That would be awesome. All right.
You know, that's something that's been missing, I think.
Okay.
I think you know, like back in the day, I don't know if you remember. I don't know how far you go back, really. But like CM Punk and Chris Hero had like these murder matches all over like the country, and they would get flown places to do these matches by themselves. I think he had one with like a whole group with Cole Cabana too. But like they would get flown places to do. I want the CM Punk Cole Cabana match. Let's go. Like I want that. Like that's what the indie should still have.
Right. Awesome. Okay. Next up, what kind of gimmick match do you want to be in that you haven't been in?
Ooh. I have never been in a ladder match, and I'm a huge Jeff Hardy fan from childhood.
Right.
I've always wanted to be in a ladder match. I was in one cage match, but I would love to do another one. I don't think I got the most out of that last one.
Okay.
But a ladder match, I think, would be my number one that I want to try.
All right. Anybody who's going to have a ladder match, book Joey.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Sure
Let's get Joey everywhere. I mean, I was really impressed last time I saw you at NYWC. And like I said, so was my son. I'm like, dude, this guy's could be a big deal.
I appreciate that, man. I really do. That's huge, because it's only like recently found. You know, that's recent found confidence.
Hey, that's why you got to step out of your comfort zone and do
exactly
things you would not normally do.
There was a huge difference between me in 2021, a huge difference in me in 2022, and now 2023 is I want to keep building.
In the retail world, they keep telling us, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, thinking you're going to get different results.
Yes, sir.
Do things different.
Everything.
Make a name for yourself.
Change everything. Change your thought on how everything works. Just flip it upside down and then pick out little pieces and try them. See what happens. You know, like even just how I would approach sending booking emails. I changed, and that you know, I think that helped a little bit. You know, I was sending them one way. I want to send them a different way. Let's try it. See what happens. And it seemed to work, which was nice.
Yeah, I was the same way with booking guests for the show. I hired this lady right here, Serena, to help me.
Yeah. Desmond Cole versus Joey Conway. See that?
In a ladder match. How about that?
In a ladder match?
We got maybe that. At Remarkable coming up.
We need like 4 or 5. We need 4 or 5 months, and we'll see what happens.
Let's step out of wrestling for a moment. What are some of your hobbies you like to do? Are you a collector? Do you like to listen to music? What does Joey Conway do when he's relaxing?
I love music, man. I love hardcore music. I love like country music. I love all types of music, from left to right to up to down.
Mm-hmm.
I love music.
Okay.
So I literally I'm staring at a stack of albums. Most of those ones are new. I have a few older groups all around.
What are some of those new albums you have? Just a couple.
It's actually funny. Some of the newer albums or some of the older albums.
Uh-huh.
I'm in the process of buying a lot of my CDs that I
Uh-huh.
used to have. I still have them somewhere. So I have a couple of the first two Taken Back Sunday albums. What is that? Every Time I Died. Their last album was amazing. That's over there. There's my fiance stuffed her little Selena album in there. However,
Selena.
I've listened to that like 14 times and she doesn't know. Love Selena, man.
Selena's awesome. Like,
Yeah,
I listen to her too. So
it's awesome. I'm telling you, I love all types of music. I just love music.
that's awesome. Could we see maybe Joey do some salsa, some merengue? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if the mood strikes.
See, that's something probably nobody's ever asked you.
And honestly, I don't know if you'd call it salsa or merengue. You probably just, call it. I don't know what you'd call it.
It's just different styles. That's it.
Yeah, but not when I do it.
It's a style all in itself.
Yeah, it looks like falling over.
Selena is iconic, Serena. Absolutely.
Fact.
Do you collect anything? Are you a big collector?
I'm not really a big. I like weird stuff, I guess, and kind of morbid stuff. I have a bunch of skulls and like antlers and things. But I like strange, like old apothecary
Artifacts?
stuff. Yeah, like weird stuff, man. I'm trying to look around. Like I'm literally looking at like skull.
I don't think I would call it weird. Maybe unique.
Sure. I
What I'm
like
saying?
I like I don't know. I like organic stuff. So there's a lot of stuff around here that's like plants or animals or those type of. So I guess if they're little trinkets, I'll a lot more animal and plant stuff.
Gotcha.
I don't really collect a lot of stuff. I build classic cars, which is weird. That was my whole life until I was like.
I don't think that's weird at all. I think that's great.
Like 21. It's an interesting hobby. It's something, but
it takes a lot of patience to do all that.
A lot of patience. A lot. A
lot of patience.
Yeah, you gotta.
I'm gonna sneak this in real quick. I'm a big Funko guy.
What is this one?
That's Spider-Man.
Oh, cool. Which one? Yeah, but which one? I get it.
This is the Tom Holland end suit that he did at the end of the last movie.
That's awesome.
I'm a big guy. I think you'll like this one though, since you like unique things. Let's see if you can see the Green Goblin. There he is. Look at him. Really
cool. Those are sweet.
And he's metal, like his metallic finish.
That's so sick.
So he gets that metallic look that he had in the films.
Yeah, that rules. I have a couple of Funko Pops, but again, they're all really strange Funko Pops. They're like the Gremlins, Post Malone.
I have Post Malone.
What is this? Johnny Cash.
I have Johnny Cash.
You ever seen Letterkenny, the show?
I have not. No.
It's a Hulu exclusive. It's like a Canadian comedy. I have 3 characters from Letterkenny, like a bunch of just weirder characters. No like Spider-Man or Iron Man or like any of those things. Just
weird. I have Leatherface in a bloody variant where he's covered in blood.
Oh, that's cool.
And he was a chase, so he's like one out of every whatever figures that they say at the time.
That's sick.
And he's like a $400 Funko Pop.
That's well worth it. I went like around Christmas time. My fiance is a big Michael Myers fan, so I would go when I would go shopping. I would try to find I was trying to find a good Funko. There's apparently 2 different types of Michael Myers Funko.
There's a bunch of different ones, not just 2.
Okay, so yeah,
there's a bunch. There's the original style and the new style with different variations.
The 2 I saw, I didn't like though. It just looked like a dude wearing a bag over his head. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. And again, I go by what it looks like. I'm a big Scream fan, so I don't even know.
There's a jumbo one.
There's a jumbo one?
Michael Myers. Yeah, I have it here somewhere. He's this big.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's huge.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Scream. They made them the first time around, and they haven't made any new ones. So those are worth some money now.
Oh, that sucks because I want one.
Yeah, I've been waiting for them to come out with like a bloody version, but
Yeah,
they
they
haven't
got
done anything yet.
something because the new film's coming out in like 30 days.
I'm so excited for that film.
Pumped. I can't wait.
You know who else is excited for that film?
Cool.
Anthony Gangone.
Yeah, dude, him and I had conversations about this stuff. We
Me
we
too.
went like right before I went out the curtain one day, or at a show, and he literally walks up to me and he goes, "Alien versus I'm sorry, no, not Alien." He goes, "What's your favorite Predator movie?"
Uh-huh.
And I looked at him, and
Uh-huh.
he's dead faced,
Uh-huh.
like, "What's your favorite Predator movie?" And I'm like, "Predator 2, I think."
All right.
And he goes, "Okay." And then he starts like rattling off. He goes, "This is the top 5. What do you think?" And he hits me with them. And I don't remember what he said, but I agreed. And he goes, and he starts arguing with himself. Like, I don't know if I put that there. I'm going to put this at like 6. I'm like, all right, my music's playing.
I gotta go.
Yeah, that's me. They're announcing my name.
That's right.
I'll be back to have this conversation.
Anthony's probably like, no. Let's talk about Predator. No.
Yeah. I'll be back to have this conversation, but
by the way, it's his birthday today. Just so you know, happy birthday, Anthony Gangone. Yes.
I'm gonna have to hit him up. I didn't even know that. Of course not.
I got a special surprise for him on Saturday when I see him at VPW.
Oh, trouble.
No, it's a good one. He's gonna be like, oh wow.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
He's a good guy. All right, let's jump back into wrestling for a little bit. Let's talk about, and man, this time is flying by quickly on us.
I talk a lot.
It's good. It's all good, man. It's all good. Let's talk about favorite rib that you have played, or one that has been played on you, or both. I've heard some good ones, Joey.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to say the good one.
I heard a Roderick Strong one, so.
Honestly, I'm not like crazy into doing stuff. I don't really mess with too many people because I don't like to be messed with too much. I'm not like, I'm not like one of those people that really like just ribs people to rib people. You have to be,
right.
We have to be close, for me to mess with you.
Do that.
And most of the worst ones are just locking people out of hold on. I literally got a text message that says, "I wish I could comment on this podcast." That's hilarious. So just text me and I'll read the comment and I'll answer it.
The chat is open to anyone.
Yeah, I've never experienced that.
Trust me, after last night, anybody can be in the chat. Trust me. I had a big name in the chat yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah. I was like,
that's awesome.
I was like, is that? They're like, yeah, that's that. Okay.
That rules. I'm gonna have to go back and watch and see what it is.
See if you can pick up who it is, because a lot of people didn't pick it up.
I'll try. Damn, that caught me for a loop.
I threw you off guard. Look at that.
Yeah, for real.
My son is loving it. He's laughing over there.
It's wild. I can't believe that. So I'm not a crazy rib person. I'll
yes, we know we're live. We know we're live.
Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Just comment.
Just comment. Oh man.
I've locked people out of their hotel, our hotel rooms. I stole Sage Chance's title belts from him.
Oh, Sage!
I put them in the casket. He didn't know it was me. Somebody else kind of like fessed up to it, and I was like, "That's not." No, I did that. I want the credit for this because he was freaking out. He's like, "I gotta go get merch. I gotta go sell my merch."
That sounds like Sage.
Yeah, just twitching out of his mind.
Any good Tommy pranks?
Tommy? Oh man, not really. It's Tommy and I are we're I don't know. I feel like I've messed with him more than I've messed with a lot of people. I think I just tease him more. Honestly, I just make fun of him.
It's him. He's like,
Yeah,
make sure you tell Joey I say hi.
yeah. Yeah, and I'll just call him Mark. It's fine.
Oh, I think he hates that.
Yeah, of course we all do. I don't know, man. That's not a real term to me that anymore.
Oh
I'm
my
over it.
god, I'm dying over here, Joey. I wish I could see Tommy's face if he sees this.
Yeah, he'll be like, "Come on,
what the
man.
fuck, man?
Come on. Couldn't have said one nice thing."
Tommy's a great guy, man.
He is. He really is. Unfortunately, I have to say that.
All right, just make sure you hide your gear. Gear's a big, prank.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. I see. I always keep my stuff in my bag closed, and my big thing. I never leave my bag open. I don't like people going through stuff. Like I'm a very personal person. So I close my stuff up as tight as it can always be.
You better put a lock in it now.
Yeah, I'm sure. Now I've stirred the pot. So.
Like I'm gonna get Joey. I saw him on PapaDenk. Let's get Joey.
I'm screwed.
Don't take the fusion title, please.
See, I hide them. I'm smart enough. When my first couple of years in the business, I was in the locker room at NYWC, and I'm not going to say names, but someone stole someone else's NYWC heavyweight championship.
Oh no!
And their music was playing, and they were screaming. They're like, "I don't know where the belt is." So they had to go to the ring without a title.
Oh man,
so funny! I thought it was hilarious. Also, terrifying if you were in that situation, but hilarious.
Oh, definitely terrifying. You're like, where's my belt? I'm the champ. I gotta go out with my belt.
They're very heavy. Like we know, but where was it? It ended up being in the TV. There was a giant TV stand back there, in the locker room. It ended up they put it in the TV stand. Whoever, if they listen, they'll know who it is now.
Let's talk about some upcoming appearances for you, Joey. Well, let's talk about Psycho Circus first.
Hell yeah, let's
talk about this. I hear it's a big crowd, maybe 400,
maybe more, man.
That's what I'm hearing.
I
can't even get a ticket.
I'm hearing that they're sold out. Yeah. Last year
I have to stand outside.
Last year, 100. I think this is going to be bigger, if not the same, due to capacity. We would have sold more tickets if we had more capacity. Which is that says so much.
That's huge
for the the Long Island indie scene. It says so much for it, man. All these people could be coming back every month to every show, and thankfully right now every company seems to be drawn really well. So but it's 600, 700, 500, 600, 700 people for one show. That's insane. I love that. We need it more.
That's crazy.
You'll go out and you'll spend the $300 on a front row TV ticket,
right?
And or maybe more. Front row is probably insane, but you won't spend your $20 to come see the guys that you're going to see in the front row,
right?
Before they're there,
right? Absolutely,
it's crazy.
Absolutely,
it's gonna be a big. I can't wait.
The match for you.
Yeah, it's a match. It's just another one,
It's Psycho Circus, man.
Well, that's the problem. See, it would normally be just another match, but it's the circus. That's a big one. I'll be first singles match on the circus.
I'll be outside with my binoculars trying to watch.
Yeah,
the show.
That's fine. I'll make sure to wave.
That's right. Make sure you wave to me. I gotta call my sources and try to get myself a ticket.
Hell yeah.
All right, where else are we gonna see you, Joey? What's coming up for you?
I'm gonna be at Wrestling Is Now in March 31st. I'm wrestling PJ Savage, Hamlet Hurtson.
I know PJ.
Yeah, he's really good, man.
He is.
He's a big man too. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Hamlet Hurts, you another giant human being. He's like 6'4",
Yeah.
260 or something like that. He's a big boy. And then Chavo Guerrero. Like what?
Yeah.
His rules.
Yeah.
I get to beat the hell out of Chavo Guerrero. Hell yeah!
That's a big deal.
I'm pumped.
Big things for Joey.
Hey, I get to beat up Chavo Guerrero. That's all I care about. I get to beat up Chavo Guerrero. I want to frog splash him so bad. It's not even funny.
Yes, Serene. I know we had PJ on 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. He didn't. He better have talked about me. If he didn't,
he mentioned the match. He did.
Good. That's what he should be doing. I got a couple.
He's another guy who's big on promos, Joey.
He is. I see him cutting promos all the time, man.
Absolutely,
all the time. And I told you, man, I love seeing it because I want more people to be talking.
Me too.
The reels are really crazy on Instagram right now. You know, I know it's kind of weird to like segue to cut into that, but like,
no.
The more you put out a promo, the more views like you'll have.
Absolutely.
If you put out, one or two promos a month, that instantly like changes your algorithm stuff, and you show up more. You'll get more followers. You'll get more bookings. Like that's how this rolls now. It's a little inside baseball, but like, damn, what you could be doing for yourself with a minute on camera. That's it.
Absolutely. What's after that, Joey?
I have to look at my calendar. I honestly wasn't even ready to rattle off more than two because I have some stuff coming up that I don't know if I can talk about.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's confirmed stuff yet.
Okay, gotcha.
So I don't want to just jump into it and say, hey man, like, yeah, we're doing this stuff.
When you can, please share it so we can reshare it.
Absolutely. Well, we'll all learn at the same time if it's real.
All right. Let me go into some promos for myself now. I will be back tomorrow with Jay Messias and Messias, nice. Actually. We're going to be giving away VPW tickets for this Saturday, courtesy of VPW.
Yeah, guys, go see it. Go see VPW. Go check them out. They are a great company.
They are. That's where I'm based out of, Joey.
Hell yeah. Who's on this poster?
Look who's on this poster. Desmond Cole himself.
Desmond Cole.
The frat star, Dante Drago.
Jeez. Brother Greatness. I just wrestled
Brother
him.
Greatness.
Jack Tomlinson.
Eric James.
I love him. He's a good dude.
He is a good dude. Mike Anthony, you know Mike?
I've never met Mike Anthony.
Just don't call him crazy. He doesn't like that.
Thanks for the tip.
He doesn't like that at all. Valentina will be there. The VPW awesome Women's Champion. She's fighting Notorious Mimi.
Another good one. Another good person.
And also they are offering sponsorship packages for your favorite wrestler. Make sure you go to victoryprowrestling.com and check that out. How important is sponsorship to you, Joey?
Sponsorship is huge, man. It's something I really haven't dabbled in.
Huge. Whether you sponsor a wrestler or a match, it's huge.
It brings more to the match, I think. And I'd like to see more companies trying it, seeing if they can go out and get it, because it does add a little extra, when you hear that there's a sponsored match, it does add a little extra to, obviously it helps out the wrestler as well, with a little extra pay.
Right. Absolutely.
Takes the load off the promoter a little bit, gives them a little extra pay in the pocket as well. It's
absolutely
huge.
All true. I will be there filming the next season premiere, actually, of Vlog Interaction featuring the 23-6 title, the most coveted title in all of YouTube, Joey. Look at that title.
All of YouTube.
All of YouTube. Rules. It's handcrafted from Australia.
You know how I like titles, right?
I know. 23-6 rules.
23-6 rules. I believe you. I'll take your word for it.
That's right. We've had some great champions. Bryce Donovan was one of them.
He rules.
Johnny Collins.
No way.
You know Johnny?
Yeah.
Johnny's pretty awesome, right?
He's killing it. He's doing well.
He's doing well. I will also be at this thing. the big event, the big horror event, Saturday, March 11th. I will be there with Robbie Rebel.
This looks cool. Wow, Robbie Rebel.
Robbie Rebel. You know Robbie?
Yeah, man.
Another great guy, Robbie Rebel.
I was in like a weird, like, I think, what was it? Not FTW. Oh my God. ECPW. We had a little faction. It was me and like Bobby the Dream, and we were just going. We kept facing Robbie Rebel, like all the time. They had a cage match. I don't know. So we go back a while.
Awesome. Robbie will also be with me at Icons of Wrestling. Look at that.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's a cool poster.
That is a cool poster. They did it for me, actually, Icons of Wrestling. I just gave them the 2 pictures, and they put the rest on.
That's perfect. That's what you want. That's
Absolutely. I know that promoter.
Perfect.
Spring Fling, a lot of great acts there, including FTR. They're going to be there March 18th.
Sick.
I think that's about it for this week. Psycho Month will continue with another NYWC guest next week to be announced soon.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Definitely
who it is.
Go online. Try to see if you can get tickets for Psycho Circus. Find a scalper.
Hey,
get a ticket. Go to the show.
Maybe I'll be outside scalping tickets.
Scalping tickets. Like $50 general admission.
What do you need? Tickets?
Hot ticket.
That's something that this generation will never understand.
No, right?
They don't even touch tickets anymore.
I know, man. Let's not talk about it. Oh, we got somebody else in the chat. We got Jumbo Rep.
No. Jumbo Man.
Jumbo Rep is in there.
Yeah, thanks for joining late, you dummy.
We also have, an H2O guest, since it's NYWC versus H2O.
That's a no-go for me, bud.
Look at this. Jack Tomlinson versus Joey Conway for the social media championship.
Well,
what?
We're going to book it? We're going to book this?
We're going to book that? Do you know who Jack is?
Yeah.
Jack's, a pretty solid guy.
Absolutely. It'd be fun. It'd be great.
It will be fun. Sorry, brother, at the gimmick, LOL.
You should have taken off.
Thanks, Jumbo Run. All right, Joey, where can everybody follow you? So
I'm on Instagram at joey.conway. Twitter, Joey Conway _. Facebook, I have a friends page and a actual profile page, whatever it's called. Yeah, the gimmick page over there. I got a YouTube I very rarely use, but there are a ton of matches on me up on YouTube. Please look me up. And if anybody is watching this and doesn't know who I am, please look me up.
Absolutely.
Tell me how much I suck on social media.
I'm telling you, Joey, you're gonna hear from Joey soon.
Any interaction is a good interaction. So
absolutely. Absolutely. There was many other questions I could have asked you, but we'll have to save it for another time.
Hey, we got to do part 2 then.
Part 2. Brandon, you hear that? Go check out Joey's matches on YouTube.
Do it. There's one with Jacob Fatu, man. That's a good match.
Thank you, everybody who was in the chat. Appreciate you guys there. Oh, there's the 23-6 champion right now.
Hello.
Brian, you got a target on you.
Well, sorry, bud.
Everybody have a good night.
Have a good